Welcome back to Rudy's 1/6 World for episode 5 of our Retrospective Showcase series. And in the spirit of diving into the Predator franchise, today we're looking at another figure released by Hot Toys from the Robert Rodriguez produced Predators. And that is the main character Royce, played by Adrien Brody, who was an interesting choice to be honest, but more on that later. Hot Toys also released Noland, a survivor of multiple hunts on the Predator planet, played by Lawrence Fishburne. The three super predators, let's call them, representing another Predator clan introduced in this movie. And they also released a version of the classic Predator, which does serve as a partial 2.0 to the original with some overall improvements. We'll take a close look at those releases in upcoming videos. So before we get into the showcase and take a look at Royce, it would be good to just discuss Predators and its ranking in the series, at least for me. This movie used to be my number 2 favorite in the franchise, right after the original. However, it has been dethroned by Prey, so it currently sits at number 3. I do feel like this movie gets overlooked a lot, and people seem to remember the 2 originals and the AVP series, which is a shame because I really think this was a great addition to the franchise. The movie did an excellent job expanding on the Predator mythology overall, introducing that second clan of Predators and the concept of a hunting preserve where the creatures hone their skills. I also liked that the title in the movie wasn't just indicative of the alien hunters, but also of the human characters, including the cartel members, mercenaries, a member of the Yakuza, and even a serial killer, with the human characters being the monsters of our world who the Predators want to test themselves against. So let's kick things off with Royce, and I have to tell you, he's another personal favorite for me. And while I know Adrien Brody as an action hero was something people questioned, I really liked his character here, and I thought he handled the action aspects of the role extremely well. Now, the character didn't really have much in the way of development, and Royce was just played as a badass mercenary. But I thought it actually worked in the movie, even culminating with him having a slight redemption at the end and actually showing some humanity. He is also much smaller than Arnold, which I think was done on purpose to avoid comparisons with the original movie. And that size differential is something Hot Toys captured well when you stand him next to the previously released Dutch and Billy. So as far as accessories, he comes with the standard interchangeable hands, not as many as we're getting nowadays, a combat knife that is sheathed on his combat vest, a machete, which when you look at very closely is actually the same as the one Arnold uses in the first movie. So it's a nice homage to the original. As far as weaponry, he comes with a custom 1911, which is really nicely detailed with a silver trigger, and the grip has an active camo pattern, which just looks great. He also does come with the axe that he uses in the final battle with the Berserker Predator. And spoilers, which at this point, they shouldn't be spoilers, but just in case, this is the axe he ultimately uses to cleave the Predator's head off. And it's nicely detailed with rust and all sorts of gore, so it's a very visceral accessory. But I'm saving the best for last, and that's his AA-12 automatic shotgun. Now, up to this point, I don't think I'd seen a version of this rifle, at least not from Hot Toys. And I don't think I've seen Hot Toys reissue this to date, so it really is a unique piece. It comes with a nice active camo pattern, and it also includes a foregrip attachment with a flashlight. But the really nice attention to detail here is the removable drum with the shotgun shells. And you can even obviously remove the drum from the gun, which is great. And it does have a single shell ready to be fired, and you can also remove that shell, so just really nice attention to detail. So now let's look at his sculpt, because honestly, for a figure released in 2010, I think this was one of the best efforts that Hot Toys had at the time, and might even still be one of their best sculpts. I mean, the figure looks 100% like Adrien Brody. There's great texturing on the face, the hair is nicely detailed, the eyes are starting to look much more improved as well with the high gloss finish that looks incredibly lifelike. And what I liked with this figure was that the face sculpt wasn't clean. It's got some dirt, some grime, some blood, which fits in perfectly with the way he appeared in the movie. So again, for an older Hot Toys figure, this was a home run. Next, the outfit. And again, this is where I feel like he really stands out. He has his brown shirt that has really nice tailoring and fits nicely on the figure. A huge improvement over the jacket that came with Arnold. He also comes with a set of blue-black pants, also really nicely tailored. But what I really like is the patterned scarf he wears under his tactical vest. It just gives the figure another bit of layering that's true to the character that we saw in the movie and gives it a bit of a visual pop. Also, it's nice that the outfit here feels weathered, which was my one complaint with the original Dutch and Billy releases. So it's nice to see Hot Toys start to rectify that here. I think, though, without a doubt, the best part of the uniform here is the tactical vest. and it really makes the figure stand out. Hot Toys used really good material here to create the faux leather sections of the vest around his shoulders, so there's no concern here with pleather deterioration. And you can see that the figure hasn't experienced any deterioration, which is huge. And it just looks good. Again, benefiting from, it feels like Hot Toys' experience with military figures. The vest has great tailoring, including the panels that house the shotgun shells. And as an added plus, each of the shells is actually an individual piece that can be removed. It's also looped in nicely with the tactical belt that holds some ammo pouches for his handgun and for the AA-12. And each pocket has nice stitching and nice clips holding them closed. So there's a lot of detail to really like here. So overall, I think this was a great offering by Hot Toys, and I think he ultimately holds up well with the other human characters from the series. Maybe he's not as iconic as Dutch, but definitely I feel like he's on par with Harrigan and to be honest with Naru. And as a figure, he does stand out and has a lot of unique elements that make him just pop in a collection. One thing I always wondered, like with the original Predator, was why we didn't get some other figures from the line. Granted, these were all really unlikable people, but they were memorable. For example, you had Danny Trejo appearing briefly at the start of the movie, and Mahershala Ali in an earlier role before his star began to rise. And of course, you still had Walter Goggins, but the character I'm most surprised we didn't get was Isabel, the IDF sniper. To be honest, she does feel like the film's second protagonist, and she is one of the survivors at the end of the movie, so I feel like she would have been a better character to get over Nolan. My guess is Hot Toys just got a set of production pictures, and Nolan, being played by Lawrence Fishburne, they thought would have a bigger role. But still hoping, just like with the original, that some other company decides to revisit this one. So that's a wrap on this quick retrospective look back at Royce, and hopefully you'll join me next time as we keep on looking at the Predator franchise. Still haven't decided which figures we'll look at next, but let me know if you have any particular preference, and let me know what you thought about Predators. I just recently rewatched and I think it holds up remarkably well. But then again, I may just have terrible taste in movies. Finally, if you're enjoying the content and feel so inclined, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll touch base on the next video.